Hey there everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, back for another episode of Age of Wonders 4, continuing our conquest of High Pledge. It's about freaking time. I am, of course, trying to get my poor mage back, who has been trapped in the prison of High Pledge for far too long. I do have 4 turns to wait until that city actually becomes my vassal, and there might be some back and forth with me fighting Logar over here. I keep wanting to call him King K. Rule, because that's good. It reminds me of... I gotta fight this guy. We're probably gonna fight back and forth over the city, but I did just beat him back pretty badly in the last episode, so I may have some time. In the meantime, I'm trying to get an outpost and probably another teleporter set up over here if I can afford it. The teleporters are really draining my mana, though. Minus 50 per turn right now from outpost, which I believe would be the teleporters, and it's only going to add another 10 every time I do that. So, unfortunately, we will not be getting enough astral this game to get the teleportation mastery, so that's kind of out of the question. We're just going to have to eat that cost. In the meantime, we've got Hephaestus over here sieging Celestial Haven. This is a goal that I wanted to accomplish a while ago, and I don't know if I'll be able to pull this off because I might have to back them off to go assist in areas underground. I've been playing in defense for a while, but I felt like I had an opportunity to take a swipe at Celestial Haven, and I'm kind of at this point just hoping I don't pay for it by getting swarmed by massive amounts of units and being unable to defeat them all. But we're going to hope for the best here. I also noticed that the borders of Celestial Haven are getting concerningly close to that cave entrance that I want to move the borders of Flowing Fields up and out of when I get a chance. But my whole plan was to siege Celestial Haven anyway, so if the borders cover that, it's not really the end of the world, because this is basically, out of all enemy cities, this is my first target, is to siege this one, because it opens up expansion room for Tridale. So completely destroying this city is going to solve that problem anyway. So I'm not hugely worried about that. And I think they just expanded their borders out there, so they might not go to this one next anyway. There's a lot of others they could pick first. So we're going to play that by ear for now. I can discard Hero Offer to join. A bunch of other notifications for the last turn I probably don't need to worry about because I've already looked at those. Comments for this week, there's not really a whole lot of anything to go over other than 4 verse 79 did mention the patch notes for the Griffin update, which I actually did not know were out, so I went and read those. And there are a number of things in the upcoming Griffin update that are going to affect my game. A few off the top of my head here. They did say that there was going to be changes to how pretty much all the enchanted weapon stuff works. So, like, I have Searing Blades here. This is going to get changed to plus 10% damage against targets that are burning. Same thing for Electrified Blades, Poison Blades, any of those elemental blade spells. There's also going to be some changes to how Zeal works, which does not affect me, but Zeal is a little bit different, and it's getting changed a bit too. But this is basically getting slightly nerfed, which is probably because it comes from a tier 1 tome, I imagine. Maybe they thought that was a little too powerful. Sundering Blades, however, is getting a buff. That base 90% chance of inflicting sundered defense is apparently becoming guaranteed inflicting sundered defense. So that's actually good for me. It kind of balances out. The other thing that I noticed is that it said in the patch notes that Giant Axe and Obelisk weapons no longer have single shot. I don't know what that means when they say Giant Axe, because I have a Giant Axe weapon on Hephaestus, but I don't see anywhere on here that it says single shot. I don't know what that's talking about. It just says they no longer have single shot. So I don't know what that means, and I hope it doesn't hurt Hephaestus, because this whole build is kind of based around Hephaestus leading the charge with this giant, crazy, powerful axe. And I don't want that to get messed up, because that could heavily impact this playthrough if they do something to severely nerf the giant axe. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, I don't know what it means when it says it'll no longer have single shot. I have no idea what that means, because it's a single hit charge attack. That's what charge attacks are. They're single hit attacks. So I'm confused on that one. And then it also says slight change to crucible battlements, making it a bit less, which makes it a bit less attractive for my build. Crucible, Tome of the Crucible is one that I do plan on picking up here. It's a little bit further down the list, but it has something in it. Tome of the Crucible. This build, you can kind of flex between Tome of the Crucible or Tome of Golden Realm. For this particular build, I kind of like Crucible. But Golden Realm is nice because you get gold touched, which is nice for the extra 2 resistance. But I kind of like to go all offense and lean really into the fire thing with Tome of Crucible. Lava Burst is a great spell. Meteor projectiles are awesome for my Zephyr Archers. And then Crucible Battlements, this is getting changed. So that that second point down here about units produced in the city getting +1 fire damage on their attacks, that's getting taken away. But this will now make it so that your city, if you build this in one of your cities, they no longer receive stability penalties for having lava in their domain, which my cities don't get those penalties anyway because I'm a fire giant, which makes this a little less attractive to me. So yeah, that's kind of a little bit of a bummer. I normally just built it to get even more fire damage on my units, and that's getting taken away. That's just the tip of the iceberg, though, trust me, the very tip of the iceberg. If you want to check out the Griffin updates for yourself, or Griffin update patch notes for yourself, I would highly recommend doing so. It's all in beta right now, so everything's subject to change, but there's a lot. Like, there's so much stuff getting moved around between different tomes, a lot of stuff getting added. Like, for example, the Chaplain unit is getting moved from the Tome of Faith to the Tome of the Beacon, and the Lightbringer from the Tome of the Beacon is getting put to the Tome of the Inquisition, and the Chaplain is becoming a Tier 3 unit, and, like, there's just pages of information on changes to all sorts of different existing tomes, so get ready for that, because it's going to throw a wrench into my game plan here, probably. I'm sure something's going to goof me up. Probably should still be forging items, shouldn't I? Let me look at my blueprints here, because I was making, I want to make another, was I making rods of healing? That actually would be a really useful thing for me to have, and yeah, why don't I make some more of those? I don't have a lot of healing items, so being able to throw that on a hero is definitely a good thing. Let me do that real quick. I can actually do that in a single turn. So I'll just grab one of those and throw it on her, because her army's really beat up right now, and this is an Age of Wonders 3, so that healing doesn't get applied in between turns. In Age of Wonders 3, if you had a healing item, it would help boost strategic map healing. This will only do temporary healing while in combat, but still useful to have considering how badly damaged those armies are. Hephaestus will never stop to heal anyone. He is too busy breaking everything. That guy's with her. The Death Knight's with Hephaestus, and he has a healing. Okay, we're good. That's all I really need. I'm not going to waste one on Hephaestus. There's basically no case in which he should be smashing things to heal someone. Okay. So I'm going to discard that. And yeah, the only other comment comes from Tohab, which simply says, Gildan of Burt. And yes, I did say that, and I'll probably say it again. I'm a little concerned that could become a meme, but we're going to try to move past that. Yeah, I have nothing else to say about that. Let's just go to the next turn. Okay, well, the main thing at this point is hoping that Hephaestus doesn't get rushed by more than he can handle. I feel like his armies are in good position. I don't know if they're under the effect of a Spelljammer. That is one thing you risk every time you come up to the surface. Fortunately, it's not as severe of a problem as it used to be. Spelljammers did get nerfed a while ago. They used to prevent you from casting spells entirely, and now they just make it more expensive. But for somebody like me who has a very limited number of spellcasting points, because I'm not a Wizard King build or anything, he's just a fire giant, so my casting points aren't the best, and that can limit me to like one spell per battle, one good spell per battle. Okay, your domain has been invaded. I'm worried somebody might be running around underground. I'm not seeing anyone around Nebular Sanctum. No one around. Oh, it's probably Logar. He did get. I forgot. He did get past me up here, and he's breaking stuff. Yeah, I need to get the armies that are up here down to just get him out. As long as he's behind me causing trouble, that's going to be a nuisance. Plus, he can siege this city if he wants to, which is a problem. Fortunately, he kind of is wasting his time pillaging a farm. Okay, they are riding out to meet me. I'm going to allow spells for this one. I still need to keep an eye on my mana and try to make sure that I... Oh, we cannot allow that. Okay. Well, obviously I'm going to retry that. If I win this, the city's walls should collapse, I think. They have arcane battlements. Do they have units that can benefit from them? I think this only benefits battle mages. Yeah, magic attacks. So, like, these guys are going to Spellbreakers. That side's a problem. So you got Evokers and Spellbreakers over there. The middle side, not so much. If you hear any background noise, it's probably thunder, by the way. There's a bit of a thunderstorm rolling in down here. Okay. Demoralized, looks like for 3 turns. But my units have pretty high morale as it is, so it's probably fine. I am pretty confident we can handle this. Where is Hephaestus actually standing? He's a bit more towards this side. If he can get a kill on this fairly early, I'm going to probably rush this side really hard to stay away from the Spellbreakers and stuff up there, and try to take the hero out of the battle earlier. This side only has like an Arcanist and an Evoker, so it's a little less scary with the range. If I can get my units in down here, these guys have to run longer to get to me, and don't get to use their battlements as effectively. So I'm going to do that. And I think having Hephaestus start things off by just smashing this, probably not a bad idea because it triggers his fortune thing and gets that out of the way. I'm going to save his second wind for the next turn. And then I can use these knights to probably do pretty good damage to this other tentacle thing here. Can cancel its retaliation, and then I can just get it out of the way. We'll lock onto you. Move the mage around. He's gonna... That's not where I wanted to put you. I wanted to move him here. And that guy goes into... will go into defense mode. I'm gonna try to bait them out with this thing. And you can move up just behind him. Warding Bond, or Sworn Guard, whatever. We'll try to just close some distance over here. And then basically everyone's gonna run this way. I do need to get this tentacle off of these guys. So they're gonna get a little bit behind everyone else, unfortunately. These guys might rush out and start harassing these troops over here. They're essentially a distraction. If I can get Hephaestus up on those walls, he will start destroying everything. So that's kind of the goal here. Okay, at least the tentacles have all been dealt with. I think I can end my turn here. Okay, they are kind of taking the bait. Oh, that's okay. You can, that's why he's there. Oh, we got a lot of movement in the center, though. I think I might ignore it, though. I think I might just rush this side where they have let their guard down. I need to see how far Hephaestus can move on this turn. So to do that, I need to move this guy. I think I'm going to actually move him there. I'm going to try to lure these... that's a lot of I guess some are arcane guards. It's hard to tell which unit's which when they all have the Eldritch Umbral Demon transformation thing. How far can you move, Hephaestus, if you were to move? Because he's got the teleport. He could get... I'm thinking I might try to get him up there. But if I step there... Hang on. If I walk over that, I think it might... It might make it so I can't undo my turn. If I walk over the stockpile. Is this guy currently refuged? What's his refuge thing? I think his is Shattering Refuge, so he's not refuged until he teleports. I wish I could see how much damage Hephaestus would do to that thing. Because I should have a 100% crit chance right now. Yeah, 115, so he will crit whatever he hits because I killed that tentacle. I'm thinking I want to go after the range units here. They're the scariest thing to my build. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move... Let's see, can you hit anything? No, not substantial. So since that battle mage can't do anything substantial on this turn, I'm going to move him here, and then I'm going to alt fire on those boxes. And the whole reason I did that is so that Hephaestus can walk through here without stepping on the boxes, meaning that the undo turn is still valid. Like, I can pull him back if I need to. Now I want to see how far he can blink to. He can blink to here. This is kind of in the way. That palisade wall right there. I kind of want to put Hephaestus here and then smash both of those guys. But I can't do that. I mean, I guess he's got... He can reach an extra space if he needs to. But I would still rather destroy that wall. Can anyone reach that? I guess the Knight can. Death Knight could. And I believe that would destroy it. He's also protected. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. In fact, Whirlwind Strike might destroy it. I'm not sure if it will. I think that only hits adjacent units. It doesn't actually damage things on the ground. So I think if I want to do this, I have to actually intentionally destroy that. That did trigger burning on that guy, though, which is very helpful. Which means I can teleport here. Yeah, we're going for this. Big smash. This will be a crit, so it'll actually kill both of those units. And then Hephaestus can move if he needs to and hit this guy. And then I can go down for that hero and the constrictor. We just need to start killing things. I think I am going to go ahead and trigger second wind. I believe he can still move. No, he can't because of zone of control rules. Okay. We're going to have to let him just be happy with that. Now, a lot of stuff might go after Hephaestus, but he is linked to this guy. So this guy is going to take all the damage from him. I probably want to leave that guy kind of close to his friends. This person here can go defend. He can at least kind of guard the Death Knight there. You need to stay somewhere where it's relatively safe and probably near a healer. Why don't you just defend the Pyromancer for now? And then I'll move these guys up in kind of a line. And sort of reposition my whole army to where my wall is kind of facing this way. I'm not going to engage that group up there right now. There's no reason to. We're going to reform the front line and fall back on this side. Fortunately, I'm glad they didn't rush out to all these guys over here, because they could have gotten isolated. Now, it's possible that Constrictor does something annoying on the next turn, and I don't know that I can really prepare for that. I just have to try to run these guys down and see. What's the range? That's Arcane Guard, so he's got deploy Caltraps. He's going to be able to reach 1, 2, 3, 4. He could reach anyone down there anyway, so we're going to leave them. He's probably going to do something annoying with those. But I think that that's okay for now. I can cast a spell, and it looks like they do not have a spell gem, or else this would all be a lot more expensive. So I'm thinking maybe Duststorm on all the mages up top, maybe? Or hold the line on Hephaestus and the hero, just so they don't take as much damage. These guys can't really reach anyone with their magic attacks right now, so I think hold the line is better right now. Just puts them in defense mode, which means less damage that these guys are going to take. It also means no one can flank Hephaestus without taking a big punishing hit in response. Okay, I'm going to pass the turn to them. I think the spell weaver just got to those guys. Okay, they are getting desperate and making mistakes. I think I'm gonna be okay. But these guys are gonna, yeah, that's what I was worried about. Those guys are now getting stuck. I'm getting full rushed, actually. Okay, well, change of plans. Hephaestus needs to start working his way back this way, I think. Kind of need Hephaestus to move a lot on this turn. Although, there's kind of too much crap in the way. I think I need my other units to go help these guys. Because they're kind of tanky and in my face. And those Arcane Guards are going to close that distance quickly. What can this knight reach? This guy, I believe, refuged. He can't be hurt right now, because he's just annoying like that. They didn't really go after Hephaestus much. Okay, I think I've got an idea here. I want to set those two guys on fire. Or, well, I might want to set them on fire, actually, to guarantee that Hephaestus can get a kill here. This guy needs to go. He's in the way. I want Hephaestus to go kill these two, and then kind of continue on his warpath. But this guy is blocking him. So I need to figure out how to get this guy out of the way. The knight can't move at all, so I'm just going to use him to cancel that guy's retaliations, and we can kill that hero. That'll hopefully do some morale damage. If I can get a crit here, that hero's dead, so let's go for this. Yep, got him. Well, he's got to slip away. We can finish him off with this guy then. Okay, low morale. That's what I like to see. Hephaestus could now just take a hit from this guy and run through. The problem is he'd end up standing on a ton of bleeding. He has unyielding, though, so I think he might shake the bleeding off on the next turn, and that could be worth it to go get rid of those polearm units. You know what? I am going to do that. He's just going to run right over all these. Take a ton of stacks of bleeding, which I think should go away on the next turn. Move here. Now that should be a kill. I don't know if the fact that they have first strike actually... I think I'm good. I don't know if the first strike will interrupt my charge, and it's maybe not telling me that. I'm gonna probably try to make extra sure that those guys die. I think I'm thinking about hitting them with this. Because that polearm should have first strike, and he should hit Hephaestus before Hephaestus hits him, which would interrupt that. So I'm going to set them on fire just to make sure that they die, because they have to die here. Yeah, he did hit me first, which would have canceled my charge. I don't know for sure if that factors that into the combat preview or not. And then Hephaestus can then turn and just hit this guy, because why not? We're about to trigger a rout. I can go get in that guy's face. That's probably a good idea, just to prevent him from zapping anybody. Especially since those polearms are gone, so the knight doesn't really have anything to worry about as much. I just don't really want to run him through the fire. Gosh, I really need Scions of Flame. That's going to make this a lot easier. I can probably go... I can go directly just engage this guy here. In fact, my Necromancer can just kill him. He's actually running. He's just straight up retreating. Who is not retreating? I don't suppose I have anyone in this battle... Wait, who, like, for real, who is not retreating? Oh, this guy up here. He's so brave. Look at him go. Well, if everyone's retreating, I'm just going to get really aggressive, and we'll try to hunt them all down on the way out. I probably should try to keep this one from getting away, I guess. Yeah, I can reposition all my guys and just start blocking people from leaving. They thought they were coming for me, but joke's on them. Aw, no burning? Alright. I'm gonna Try to get this guy over to that archer, patch him up. I don't think he's in any danger, but... Oh, hey. Nice lucky hit there. Well, there's no reason to run through the fire now. I'll just run my knight around that way. And try to reposition a few people that are over here to intercept that thing before it has a chance to leave. I think everyone else is pretty good. Yeah, Hephaestus just broke their morale. One guy got away over there. No, I think I'm going to pick these guys off. If I had a fearmonger, this would be a good battle to let them run. Actually, maybe I should... No, this guy's an elitist. That's why he's with Hephaestus, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's an elitist. So, yeah, I definitely don't want that thing getting away. I hate those things. Not sure that I can really stop him from running. Or any of these things, for that matter. I don't have enough damage output over here. Maybe this guy. If I get a few lucky hits here. Nope, nope, not lucky enough. What if I just moved directly in your path and you had to go around? Would that prevent you from... No, you can still get away. But I don't want you to leave. We're only just now getting started. I could hit him with a ignite. I don't know if that's worth even 10 mana at this point, but I guess to take out an enemy unit it probably is. Especially in an area where there's so many other units that could come out of nowhere and attack me. Alright, I think Hephaestus is going to wish that group over there a fond farewell. I need to get this guy out of his way, though, so I'm going to do that. There we go. Go there. Guess these guys can take care of him. Yeah, absolutely. Get rid of that constrictor. We don't need them. We don't need them around here. All right, then. You absolutely do not get to leave. And neither do you. I could run out there and hit him, but there's not any reason to walk on fire if I don't have to. You can't get away. This guy can, so do I want to just ignite him to... Yeah, let's just kill him. Just make sure he goes. Okay, and then I can end the turn. And those last two don't have any hope of getting out. Just for the fun of it. There's 164 damage. And 171. Okay, took some damage, but broke the siege because... Or they kind of broke their own siege. I can now just walk in there and take that. That guy's a vulnerability. That it could be a problem for me. Although, you know, actually it really isn't, because if the AI just attacked that one unit, I would just tell them to fight only that one unit and leave all my others' army, because you can leave all the other armies out of it, because you can check the little boxes and say, no, I don't want that army to fight. So actually having that guy is not a vulnerability for me. Instead, it's just an extra free unit, or it dies. Oh. I don't know what that group's coming to do. Let's see. Pretty good shield there. Retaliatory spirit damage and a fire wyvern mount. I don't know that I have... Do I have anyone using a shield, though, right now? I don't think so. Well, I guess the Necromancer is. He's got a tier 3 with greater fire shield. This one gives him more hit points, but lesser spirit shield. Attacker needs 6 spirit damage. This one gives the chance of being inflicted with burning. I think the extra HP is worth it. Yeah, I've got enough other ways to inflict burning. I think the extra HP is worth it. Okay, well, I can pretty easily take that city now, but I want to check the domain invasion notifications. Okay, nothing really new at Tridale, just people wandering around on the edges of it. And that's not something that I need to really worry about. Oh, wait, hang on. I was planning on growing the city. I took... Now they're preventing me from building on that. No, they can't do that, can they? I didn't think you could prevent somebody from building on a tile by standing on it, but it looks like that's exactly what they're doing. That's okay. I can still cover the cave entrance on this turn, which is primarily what I wanted, because I was moving the teleporter to here. What does this city need, though? It's got 3 farms. I think actually just another conduit for now is fine. I do kind of need the mana. Okay, I think we're all good here, actually. I'm not sure what to do with that extra pyromancer. I've already got a couple of them, so he could really kind of go anywhere. For now, I'm just going to get him back down underground and probably try to get him inside Tridale until I can fix this teleporter. And he could go assist another army, possibly this group up north. Now, I do have a little bit of a problem here. I did get my outpost up, but I've got to deal with Logar, who is down here causing a bunch of chaos. I can cut him off. I just need to get some units over there. Fortunately, this is still friendly territory, so I can leave this outpost and move to the other one. I am going to start working on probably first palisade walls, and then the teleporter, I think. Yeah. I think I'd rather get the walls up first before he has a chance to send a unit over here and snipe that outpost from me. We'll get the teleporter later. Then I can move all these guys in this direction. I do want to leave out a couple, though. Specifically those 2 not sworn guards. Want to leave out those 2 polearm guys, militia. They can just chill here for a minute. Everybody else is worth keeping around, so those guys can just join this army here. And you guys all go here and here. There, everybody's getting good healing, and I can try to go deal with Logar and then immediately turn around and get back to the front line. If I can get this little group out from behind me, then I'll be in pretty good shape. I could also leave a hero over here because I still want to put the outpost and extra teleporter up over there, where I've been trying to get them this whole time. And I need to deal with that Umbral Nest. Doggone it. I do have the Spelljammer at least in there now, so they can't get another Umbral Nest. So that's nice at least. Well, I think I kind of got to go for it here. There's not really a road going through here, is there? There's one that goes there, but there's not one that crosses that swamp, which is slightly annoying. Slows everybody down just a bit. Well, I guess we do this. Now, how did you manage to go and get yourself killed here, pal? Maybe it was one of the tentacles that got him. No, cancel its retaliation and just, you know what to do. They've got one tier 3 spellbreaker up there, and it's just the evoker. I think Hephaestus could actually kill all of that by himself pretty easily. In fact, I think he's about to. Let's move this guy up as far as he can go, and Hephaestus up as far as he can go. We'll go ahead and do the bond. Then I warp. To here. And I've got a pretty good chance of straight up killing him with a crit chance. I might not actually get this kill, but it's fine if I don't. We got it. And then just sprint and another kill. That should have been a kill. The crit didn't do as much as I thought it would. Okay, I'm guessing that's... Yep, I see what happened to that archer there. Let's get that extra burn damage on it. This knight can at least reach this one. The knights are a good counter to these things because they can just cancel their retaliation. Got a small crit chance there. It didn't trigger, unfortunately. So I'll run you over. And then these guys can help with this one. There. Problem solved. I'm not even going to bother moving any of the other people except for maybe this guy. He can just throw a fireball at that last one. Okay, once again, Celestial Haven is mine. This Mistwalker's event triggers on the next turn. It triggered the last time I came out here. Okay, I'm going to attempt to once again raise this city. We're just straight up burning it to the ground. I might try to hold it until it goes down. We will see how much crap gets thrown at me. I'm not sure. Maybe I want to go back underground for a turn and heal, because I got some guys that are fairly beat up, particularly in that group. You know what? I think I'm going to start moving back towards the underground. I doubt that they will take the city back on this turn, because I just killed everything that was up here. But if they do, I can always, come back and fight them. So we'll go here. We'll leave Hephaestus' army on the cave entrance, I guess, is fine. These guys can move here, and they can stand here. This seems like a fairly good setup. They could get underground, but I don't want to split them off from everybody else, so they're going to have to last one more turn up there. And we'll see if anyone tries to take back Celestial Haven. Doesn't really cost me anything if they do, so that's fine. I'm going to sail this scout. Oh, wait, hang on. I almost missed the treasure there. I was going to sail him around the south side of the map and try to grab little treasure pickups wherever I can find them. I could get more stuff and try. I guess I may as well keep building things here if I can make them. Wouldn't mind getting a little farmstead trio up down there. It would be kind of nice. Because the city sort of does need growth, although it doesn't have a lot of place it can grow to right now. That's part of the problem. Yeah, I think we'll just keep getting little basic upgrades, like upgrades to production and whatnot. The city's going to be kind of crappy for a little while yet. But we'll take the workshop. Actually, should probably take the basalt excavation. Well, now I've already used a little bit of surplus production on the workshop, so I'll just let that finish. Should have probably taken the other one. It was more production overall. Okay, Kingerhelm still without its poor governor, but hopefully that will be solved soon. We don't need to respond to the hero's offer to join. We know there's no governor in Kingerhelm. Obsidian Forge can annex another province. That's always nice. I believe I was kind of trying to move out here to get a quarry setup going. How exactly was I going to do this? I think I was just going to take this tile here. That was going to be one of them. It's a farm right now, but I'm going to turn it into a quarry. Or I could get another farm here. You know what? I'm going to take this other farm here and just keep amplifying the city's growth, because that's another farmstead adjacency. I do want that. I want Obsidian Forge to be growing as fast as it possibly can. And then I can work on Wizard Tower upgrades and stuff. The Channeling Chamber would be good too. Although mana is still the problem there, isn't it? Maybe I should have built a Rune Carver's. I probably should have taken that and gotten the Rune Carver's camp instead. I kind of want to hurry the production of the stone walls in this city is what I'm thinking. Got the Ritual Pyre there already. I've got Carnival Flesh there. Trying to think about where I could temporarily turn this into a Rune Carver's camp and then back into a farm if I wanted to. I kind of want that third one so that I can... Now, what I'll do is when the Masonic Hall finishes, I think I'll turn this into a Rune Carver's camp, the one I just built. I can move it later. Oh, I need to sneeze. Okay, hoping nobody heard that. I tried to mute in time. Alright, yeah, we'll worry about that later. But in the long run, yeah, I want the Rune Carver's camp up there and make like a group of quarries. So I'm trying to pinch pennies wherever I can by cutting down production costs on buildings. And yes, I know that I'm suffering all sorts of problems down here. I want to get rid of that problem so that I can get back up here, because I know Logar is going to come in and interrupt that. I basically have already resigned myself to the fact that that's going to happen. But I don't want to let him get too powerful again to where he's a problem. Eventually, I am going to overcome this area. Okay. I'm still trying to save Imperium up for the purpose of expanding through that cave entrance with flowing fields here. I think if I integrate them, that's effectively immediate. Okay. So I don't have to plan ahead of time to, like, count out my Imperium so that I know exactly when I can start integrating them. It happens immediately. So the one thing I do need to plan ahead of time, though, is dismantling the outpost there, because that is something that I will have to do. And when I do all that, I will probably switch that outpost work camp to, or teleporter spot to here. Yeah. I can think of a lot of nice things to do down here with flowing fields. It's going to be a pretty good city. There's not, like, quite as much up here to do with it, but I can at least get foresters and stuff up there. And if I manage to deal with this later, I could also incorporate some of those tiles into flowing fields. So it could either go south towards Trinity Island or north towards this. And I should have some time to do it because I don't often see the computers going for these things. Of course, if I can manage to take Celestial Haven, that takes a lot of pressure off both these spots. This city absolutely needs to go. And then I need to get up that cave entrance quickly, now that I think of it, because they could, whatever that city is over there, could try to expand its borders onto this. I need to be ready for that. Which means taking the Firehearth Foundry, actually. That's what the Pyromancer should be doing. That extra Pyromancer I got, I need to start working on that. Because I have to annex that into Tridale first. I'm not even sure if Tridale can reach that far. It could go 1 and then 2, and then I guess it should be able to reach... Yeah, it's got 1 Town Hall upgrade, and it's subterranean. So it does have the reach to get up here. I just need to get at the population. What I might have to do is actually begin dismantling the quarry to get an extra population that I can spend somewhere else. That way I can get 2. Although I think it grows in 3 turns, but it's only going to get me 1, and I do need 2 because I need to incorporate Firehearth Foundry. And then go through it. Alright, I'm going to start doing that before I forget. Okay, we're back to my turn. Toll of Spring. What? It looks like it might be targeting me. Obsidian Forge. Crap. Well... I kind of have to say let it go. My defenses are prepared. This screws up everything. Because now Hephaestus' army has to go deal with this. And I'm probably going to have to retake Celestial Haven again for like the millionth. For like the, well, it's the 3rd time I will have sieged it. But yeah, I kind of have to go deal with this. Fortunately, if I deal with this and actually permanently end it, which I intend to do, then it will go away and stop bothering me. If it could have picked anywhere else, any other city than my capital, because my capital, even Nebular Sanctum, would be way easier to deal with. But it had to be Obsidian Forge right now. This game is throwing everything it's got at me. Alright, I'm going to say my defenses are prepared. I can't really spend money, and getting a bunch of draft doesn't really help me. I've already got the armies that I need, but I can't really produce more because mana is so tight right now. So we're going to say let the people take refuge. My defenses are prepared. And now I'm glad I started moving these guys back because it's time to freaking go. That outpost will be done on the next turn. Or that teleporter, I should say. And there's an army at Nebular Sanctum. Okay. Well, they aren't going easy on me. Alright, same plan with this guy. I still want to get... Wait, why can't I do that? Connected city is occupied. Oh, that's actually connected to the other city. Okay, I can't do that. I wish you could hurry the reconstruction of those teleporters. That'd be really handy right now. Alright, well, there's not really anything Hephaestus' army can do other than start heading back, so that's exactly what they are going to do. I'm gonna send the group that's the slowest first. They might need to... I'm thinking about getting favorable winds ready here, because it might be helpful, but I might need 2 of them. I don't know if I can get 2 of them. Those guys can make it there with a little extra movement. It's just this group here that's going to be slow. Is there anyone in particular that's slowing them? No, it's not anyone in particular slowing them down. It's all of them. All those foot units. And I can't really hurry spells. Like, I could switch this to favorable winds. I think I'm beginning to regret telling Indrid that I wanted to finish Geomantic Crystallization first, because he did suggest getting favorable winds ready to cast. And now, through a series of unfortunate events, I really wish I did. Okay, well, we're going to... If I can get my armies back there, I can pretty well destroy that, but... don't have stone. You know what? We're just going to build stone walls at full cost. We don't have time to wait for anything else. Well, fortunately, this guy didn't really move. He just stood on the farm ruins. So I can actually pick him off and get back in the fight pretty quickly. High Pledge is... in 2 turns. I'm beginning to think maybe... Do I want to just leave High Pledge and try to kill this before it ruins any more of my stuff down here, or... I think I want to deal with the Umbral Nest. What I'm thinking is I could just poke down here real quick. You know what? No, the Umbral Nest is not important. It's not as important as High Pledge is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to poke down here and get this guy. We're going to kill him. And I don't need all of my armies down here, just 2 is fine to save movement. Yeah, this easy battle. Auto combat. I don't even need spells in this one, or I shouldn't. How the frick, guys? Come on. What's he got? It's a mage or a ritualist, one of the 2. Ritualist, so heals probably, berserker. And then Logar himself, who has a repeating attack and decisive command. I think he's probably he's a defender, okay. No, this does not look like it should be a hard fight. In fact, I can use the Spider Matriarch to cause a big enough distraction that I shouldn't take I should take very little damage during this fight. There's no reason to lose somebody here. I'm not really sure how that happened. I'll probably find out momentarily. Yeah, back off. It looks like Logar does a lot of damage, so that could be part of the issue. But if we tie him down with a spider... Okay, this looks like a good place to summon it, I can do that. And then just run out here. Do a big web, which somehow missed. How did that miss? Oh, I'm gonna set my own spider on fire, I guess. I guess I could hit these guys with Immolate. I don't feel like I need to, though. I feel like that's a waste of mana. I'll go ahead and do it anyway. This guy needs to not be back here. Alright, we'll see how things shake out after they kill that spider, presumably. Oh, they turned it into a zombie. Okay, that berserker did get his charge that he wanted. I do have some healing, so I will use it. And that knight could go after Logar, but Logar is pretty dangerous. He's got a pike.
Huh?
I'm gonna let Logar come to me, and we'll deal with him. I'll deal with him on my terms rather than his, I think.
Hey.
Let's put you... Actually, let's put you here. You could go toe-to-toe with Logar, probably. There we go. And I don't really want him charging those units, so we're gonna pull back a little bit. I want him to go after the hero, pick a fight there. Those berserkers do a lot of retaliatory damage. You know what? I'll do this. He can absorb that strike a little better than this one can. Now he goes into berserk mode, and there's not anything I can do about that, but what I can do is I can hold the line. Right in here. Alright. Okay, good. Logar went right where I wanted him to. This will cancel his retaliation. Or I think it should. No, it didn't. Because he's a hero, so he's special. He's got steadfast. That's not great, because... Okay, hang on. We got abducting cyclone for this. No wonder he killed something. Logar just is insanely strong now.
Hey.
Now, let's at least get rid of his friends. And I have purging arrows, I think, although I only have one archer in here. I was going to say, purging arrows can get rid of steadfast. Let's just get him kind of away from everybody. And we need to guard that knight's flank, so I'm going to do this. Or guard that knight entirely. We just need to build a wall around that knight because he does an obscene amount of damage. What if I did this? How can he still reach the... Oh, wait, because they're not looking the right way. Okay, now the knight is safe. Holy crap, that guy is a death machine. I'm gonna back them off. Everybody else is just gonna stay in place. He's gonna hurt somebody pretty badly, but... Okay, that's fine.
Hey.
Freaking kill him, please. Oh my gosh, dude. Die! Holy smokes. Okay, note to self, next time I fight Logar, he's gonna be a massive problem. Okay, tier 3 torso, we take that reward. And then I guess, if I'm not going after these guys, it is very tempting to go down, to just send everyone and go down after that Umbral Nest. But I feel like I need to come back up here to jump on High Pledge during the next turn, which will be the last turn of it migrating. The problem is I can't guard it this turn because everyone's a little too... These guys are a little too far away, and I don't want to put 2 armies out there by themselves. So we're gonna hope... The problem, though, is that if Logar comes in and interrupts it on this turn, then I've wasted both opportunities. I will have neither killed the Umbral Nest nor gotten the city. The Umbral Nest is probably the safer choice, because I already do have the Spelljammer, so they can't do this again. Yeah, I think the Umbral Nest is the safer choice, because if I move my armies here, but then Logar comes in to go after High Pledge, and if he takes it, then I've wasted that time, and I could have gone and killed... I've wasted time when I could have gone and killed the Umbral Nest, basically. Which I can just about make it all the way down there. In fact, if I take this here, I can. Yeah. Alright, that's the plan. That builds a bridge over that lava and allows my units to move all the way down here. Well, they can't move as far as I thought they could, actually. But I guess I don't need everyone. I could split like a knight off. Yeah, he's fast enough to reach it. Alright, I'm going to deal with the Umbral Nest on this turn. So I don't want to risk wasting my time with the other thing. So all I need to do is get these guys to here, and then to there after I kill this thing. So these guys go there. Focus on the armies led by heroes. And then I just need to get them to there, and then the knight, I think, can cover all this distance. If it can't, I'll split off a different one from one of these stacks. Wait, I don't have a different one. Well, I'll split off a hero if I have to. One way or another, I'm going to kill these units. In fact, these guys can actually make it out here just fine. Okay, we can have everybody. Okay, I will allow combat, no spells for this one. My gosh. My guys are not handling auto combats very well today. It isn't that complicated, guys. I mean, okay, to be fair, Logar was pretty complicated. That guy's a maniac. But this group here should not be a threat.
Hey.
Back up, I don't want you in the front. Wait, yes, I do want you on the front. I don't want the archer on the front.
Huh? Hmm.
Actually, I got a little idea here.
Hmm.
First off, guard him.
Huh?
You go there, you go there, you go there, and then I want you to just pop a heal on... Oh, wait. Never mind. I guess I'd better have you do it on him. I thought that was an AoE heal. Alright, now I should be able to just light everybody up. Start off by setting them on fire for that nice damage bonus. And a little more fire. He's not a berserker, right? Just a dark warrior. Okay, we are good. If I can get away with summoning a spider on this turn, I probably will. Okay, I want to set that one on fire. There we go. And you were doing an awful lot of damage with that arrow there. I don't like that. Really like to finish that guy off. Okay, we'll take a stack of burning to get that done.
Huh?
And one more unit in your face would do you some good. Okay, I think we're all good. Quick phase or something? Or just maybe regular phase? Didn't know skeleton mages could do that. Oops. Meant to put him here. Okay. That little nuisance is dealt with. And I guess I just move these guys down, so it looks like the whole group can get there. And then the knight can lead the charge. Those guys will be in range if I move them there. These guys are in range if I move them here. And I'm sure someone will get themselves killed. Yep. Oh, the aspirant knight, of course. I mean, why wouldn't he? Alright. Well, let's kind of do the same thing here. We're going to move up, heal you, then use him to link to her with Sworn Bond. I like this battlefield a little bit better, at least. There's more choke points. I think I'm just going to run them forward as far as they can go. Same with this guy. And then I'll link to him with this one in the back. Oh wait, that's just a regular defender. This guy can do it. Alright, come on over, guys. Oh, sneaking into the back, are we? I guess I should have seen that coming. Alright, well now the knight's in trouble. We gotta get him out of there. These guys are the one... Wait, are they both... Why is that one not refuged? Must have not used Astral Pursuit. Must have not used Astral Pursuit, but I thought that was the only way they could tell them. Oh wait, hang on. These are the ones that refuge when you damage them. Okay. There's the two different types of magic serpent things, and I always get them confused every time. No, may as well get these guys back here and start bothering him. She can wreck that thing. But I kind of want to... Alright, I can get the knight out of there without too much trouble. I just need to damage these things in some way. One thing that they cannot handle is a unit with first strike, which is basically my polearm. They can't do anything about that polearm if I can get her down there. So I'm going to try to deal with this guy using other units, if I can, and leave a path for her to get down here. Because if she does, these things are stuck. Okay, he's already used his retaliation, and I can actually finish him with this guy. So she's good. Then what I want to do is go in here and stab this one. That forces it to refuge, which means my knight can now freely run away.
Hey.
You can bravely run away. There we go. Brave Sir Robin. And then I can move everybody else up and around and start picking on this guy, maybe. But now that these guys have a polearm unit staring them down, they can't move until their Astral Pursuit is back. So I think they're stuck. Because they can't even attack her without taking a first strike. Well, maybe one of them can. Because she doesn't have 2 first strikes. Or 2 retaliation attacks, as far as I know. You know what? I'm going to undo that. Hang on. I'm going to have you stand here and just guard her, just in case something happens that I'm not expecting. Okay. And the nymphs I can't really do anything about. They're going to light somebody up pretty good, probably. But that's okay. They're not going to kill anything. Okay, so I could only hold down one with her. And that's okay, because I think I can... Well, now I can't kill that one now. Man, these things are annoying. I thought something like that might happen. Can force that one to refuge with a pretty good shot there, which lets my archers at least get away. Need another polearm unit. Or I could just taunt him into attacking this guy. Can he taunt them? Maybe not. I think I'm just going to have him go out here and deal with these things. No, not taunt. I want you to actually just attack them. There. And you continue to run, I think. Get any support units or weak units away from these things so they don't pick something off that I'm not expecting. I guess we'll just leave the spider here.
Hey.
There. Little nuisances. Ring of Escape. Slip away. Okay. Well, let's see if any of my heroes can make use of that. Fortunately, those guys are out of movement. We will let the knight get a little extra healing, I guess. And then everybody else is also pretty much out of movement. So now, Kingerhelm should be secure from the back, and I just need to focus on moving forward on the surface. Hero leveled up. And I already kind of know I pretty much always take Adeptum Materium. Which one was this? That's the Defender. Okay. I'm working my way down towards Defensive Master. Do I want to get Meteor Strikes first? I think I do. Meteor Strikes is really, really powerful. This one gives unit a chance of inflicting weakened. I don't know which one of these I want more. Do I want to get Meteor Strikes now and then spend 2 more levels getting Defensive Masters, or get Defensive Masters now? And I think that because I have Hold the Line, which eventually it is Defensive Masters, I'm going to go ahead and get Meteor Strikes first. Because I can give her Defensive Masters via a spell if I need to. I do like her having that Wind Barrier ring. I like Hephaestus having Vicious Killer. That is actually part of the reason why everyone's fleeing from combat against this guy. Who needs a Slip Away ring? Who would that benefit? Really not anyone in particular. I mean, the status resistance is fine. I haven't really had problems with my heroes dying. I think I'd rather just keep them with the rings they've got, which are boosting defense and status resistance and stuff like that, so I guess we'll leave them. Okay, I actually don't think there's anything that they fully pillaged. Logar pillaged a farm. We'll fix that. Logar went to the Void. Bellin has been captured. Okay. Domain's been invaded. I think I've dealt with all those, other than yellow. Yeah, province being pillaged in Tridale. What else is new? Okay, I think I've done pretty much all of this. Perfect the Dark Plus. I had Blizzard cast on me and didn't even notice. More war parties. More domain invasions. And then I think I can just discard all those. And I guess those guys can just sit there. They're not really doing anything. Alright, let's try to sneak this guy past purple here and look for more treasure pickups. They might try to chase him down. I think I sailed a bit too close and they probably saw me. Let's go to the next turn, I suppose. And we'll see if, we'll see what this Toll of Seasons thing brings. The problem is that Hephaestus kind of needs to go deal with the crap that's invading Nebular Sanctum first, before they destroy all the teleporters and stuff that I'm trying to work on. I might actually hurry production on this one. Yeah, I'm going to hurry production on that, just so they don't step on it and interrupt it. I am not going to produce anything else, though, because most likely they'll siege the city and interrupt whatever I tried to build. So we'll give that a turn and wait. Okay. On to the next turn, I suppose. I think I might need to build stone walls in Tridale too, although I need a Town Hall 3 for that. Mostly interested in what yellow and purple do on this turn. And Logar, I guess, if he goes after that city. Oh man, Sanguine's back too. Alright, well I have to save Nebular Sanctum before I can go save my capital. So having favorable winds, I probably wouldn't have used it here because my capital is just going to have to sit behind those stone walls before I can go deal with that event, Toll of Seasons thing. I really wish that showed up here at Nebular Sanctum or in Tridale. I guess it was only a matter of time before it randomly selected my capital, though. I need to think about where I want to put a Spelljammer in Nebular Sanctum. Maybe where the conduit is, or maybe out here, actually. I don't really know. I kind of want that conduit for actually generating mana. Alright, Yellow, do you siege the city, or do you run around and be annoying? If I kill enough of their units, they should just flee. It does look like they're sieging. Okay, they are sieging. I can stop that. My units should have enough movement to reach them and prevent that from finishing. Okay, now how about you, Purple? Do you get Celestial Haven back? I'm almost certain you will. There's no way he doesn't retake that. I can't spend the time to sit on it. I think maybe I was stretching a bit far, but to be fair, I mean, like, I went and killed a lot of purple units. That's still going to cause them problems. And I didn't lose anything, so I didn't lose anything out of that siege, basically. I think I even got some money back from Raiding Party. So it was still a good move, it just didn't really pan out quite as well as I had hoped. I wish there was some way to make this my territory so I could move through it faster. There's just those few spaces of road that I use 3 movement on instead of 2, and it just slightly slows me down. Okay, Independence. That's just going to be recurring war parties and stuff. Nebular Sanctum's under siege, but I saw a second one. What is this? No, don't do that. I think my capital's under siege. It is. That is a problem. I have 2 different cities both under siege in 2 turns. I might have to pull my armies. I'm gonna have to pull the armies from the north to go deal with that. They at least have access to a teleporter. They can get to the capital. What am I up against, though? Nothing scary. Well, okay, those are a little concerning. So it's like 1 good army and then a couple crappy ones. Okay. What am I up against out here? Oh. Slightly less scary, but they're probably going to have worse spells. And what is the situation up top? High Pledge in 1 turn. I can't defend High Pledge anyway. I can't get units up there. So I'm just going to have to hope that that continues. It's probably going to get interrupted, and then I'll be complaining about it. But these armies kind of have to go help out at my capital, I think. I believe these guys have a fire weakness. No, they don't. It's mostly other plant units that do, but these guys do not. Well, I think I actually don't have an option as to which group I send. Because Hephaestus and all these guys can't make it to that teleporter on this turn anyway. So Hephaestus' army cannot get back to Obsidian Forge on this turn. And that teleporter ruin is not going to be done on this turn either. So these guys basically just have to run this way and get prepared to deal with all these guys, enemies up here. The Pyromancer just needs to kind of, I guess, tag along. I don't know if it really matters. Hephaestus can go as far as here. These guys can go as far as here. In fact, I'll stand them on the teleporter so the enemy can't, like, run in and pillage it or something. And then I'm just going to try to get that Pyromancer out of here because I could use him somewhere else. And then, yeah, I really have to send these guys down south. What's the fastest route for you? To run around? Okay, you run around, you join them. And all of you, as long as you can all make it through that teleporter, which you should be able to, yes. Okay. Everyone get down here. We've got to save the capital. And they should have enough movement to actually do that on their next turn. Yeah, I'll have enough movement to run down there, so we can stop this. I don't know if this army is powerful enough to go through the portal that appears and deal with it. Maybe they are. If I take the right units, they might be able to handle it. I was kind of hoping to use Hephaestus to do all that in case it happened, but it kind of happened at a really bad time. Because there was a combination of events with me having to turn around to deal with Logar and then deal with the Umbral Gate, which might leave this city vulnerable. Like, all Logar has to do is just step onto it. And, like, it's not like I can defend it with 2 militia, so... At least you know what? At the very least, I am getting another teleporter up here. So I'll be able to get back up here pretty quickly and easily if I need to. I'm planning on putting it on this spot, and then I'll eventually add the dark layer to this city, and then I'll have like a connected string of my territory running through here. I don't know what to do with these 2 militia right now, though. They kind of don't have a purpose. I could run them. I probably should have put them in High Pledge just as... It doesn't really matter. I'm going to move them slightly to there and then just leave them. Okay, these guys are trying to track me down, which is not really a surprise. They probably will catch up to me. But I'm going to try to sail around the southern edge of the map and see how far I can get. Let's see, Kingerhelm... If I can get one more turn without them taking back High Pledge, I get my mage back. And that would be very helpful against those armies out there. You know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to do. I don't know that this actually helps anything, but these guys are expendable. So I'm going to forced march these guys onto that tile. And just see if maybe, just maybe, they can defend a High Pledge. Alright, just sit there. And that would prevent, like, maybe a single unit from sniping it. I could maybe use spells and somehow win the fight. And if they die, well, it's less mana that I'm spending on unit enchantment upkeep. So, not a big deal. I kind of think maybe I'll just... No, this city's most likely to be under siege. We're gonna add merchandise to this city for now. There's not a lot I can do with Tridale at the moment. It just doesn't have the infrastructure or the room to do anything. Oh, I did not realize that this city's... I'm gonna be losing population in my capital while it's under siege. That's really annoying. I forgot that that was an effect of this event. Well, all the more reason to get out there quickly and deal with it. What about Kingerhelm? What do I want to do here? You know what? The shipyard can be done in one turn and it generates money, so that's a pretty easy no-brainer. I'm thinking about maybe doing the Lord's Manor. Once I get this guy back, he was a shepherd and all my units are elementals, so I can get his major ambition pretty quickly and get like 2 levels of it. The other one he has to like rank up and promote units, which is going to take a little longer, but at the very least, I think starting the Lord's Manor now probably makes sense. It'd be either, well, that or the Estate Hall. I think the Estate Hall might actually make more sense, because it actually takes less time. And I'm not going to have those foresters here anytime soon. I might never have them. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and build the Estate Hall there now. Okay. Oh, this is getting... This whole game has been like... had me on the edge of my seat. It just seems like there's always some catastrophe that I'm only just barely able to deal with. I am gonna get geomantic crystallization, not on this coming turn, but on the turn after. And that'll be a pretty big buff. Be basically more fire damage on all my units, and because I'll be fighting mostly on Ashlands. Alright, now are you gonna go pillage my teleporter as soon as it's fixed, you jerk? I bet he does. I've considered just not repairing that teleporter, but at least enemies are wasting some time on it, so... Alright, Logar's moving, and he's the only one who can maybe get High Pledge back. Now, whoever was pillaging that was spending 2 turns to do it. That might have been Logar, and if he was, then he wasted his time. If we can make it past Logar's turn, do not go for High Pledge. Do not go for High... He absolutely could have. I think he screwed up. Don't do it. Don't do it. They're out of movement. I think we're going to the next turn. I'm pretty sure I've got it. As long as the independents don't throw it off. Arvik just tried to freeze those guys. As long as the independents don't throw this off, I think we've got it. And then I can get my mage back, and he can help fight the Toll of Seasons, because he should show up in my capital. Please tell me I get through this turn. No independent interference. I don't think any of the other AI can do anything about this. Purple's kind of nearby, so maybe purple, but I think I've caused enough of a ruckus down near Celestial Haven that they shouldn't be able to. I really want to just go full-on attack Logar. I want him out of the game. I want to get a look at his units, actually. Do they have the plant transformation yet? Because I believe they're going to get it, probably. Okay, they caught up with that guy. We'll just auto. He should try to run. Yeah, he ran. Okay. Really tough to get your scouts past the enemies in this game. I'm like on the edge of my seat here. I'm waiting with bated breath. I want this so bad. Also, since they're pillaging that for 2 turns, it should give me time. Well, they actually can't attack this anyway because they don't have a hero. Got it. High Pledge is freaking mine. For now, anyway. Logar will probably fight for it, but for the moment, it's mine. You guys can go back over here. Mostly because I don't have anything better for you to do. Actually, I probably should have just left them in the city. Actually, I should leave them in the city because I can move them back in there on the next turn. But if they get attacked, as long as I've got a couple units out there, or even 1 unit, I can use spells to help defend them. So I'll put them back in there on the next turn. But yeah, this is good news. Now, I should have my hero, good old mage, in my crypt now. You resurrect. Oh, it's only 350. Okay, I think it must be based on his level, and he's still a fairly low level. He's back. Hooray! We gotta give him his orb. I've already made that for him. We'll give him the Ring of Escape. And anything that boosts magic damage, maybe that robe. He did lose his items, most of his good items, but that's alright. Anything that boosts magic damage, I think it's going to be that robe there. We'll give him, these guys are going to be doing poison damage, probably. We'll give him the Fire Wyvern mount, I guess. Yeah, I don't have anything that defends against poison damage. And I guess we could well, we don't want him to have the Wand of Provocation or the Cloud in a Bottle, because there's no reason to make units wet. Okay, we're just going to confirm that for now. Welcome back, Dalton. I believe I have some of your soldiers that I can put you in charge of. Now, as long as everyone in here has the geomantic crystallization on them, he should get a major ambition, and they should. Oh, wait, no. That's not until next turn. So he won't get it on this turn, but he'll get it quickly. For this turn, I need to drop whoever the weakest unit is. Looks like it's going to be that guy. And I'm going to put Dalton in this army, because I actually want to put him with troops that can promote still. And that's going to include that Defender and that Aspirant Knight. I don't have any others. Okay, he could promote. So we're going to do a little army rearranging here. This guy's also pretty heavy on the... He's pretty heavy on the range units, I'm noticing. So, Dalton's army is going to... Actually, first let me look at what he's even got. What are his skills? I didn't get very far with him. Okay. Alright, we're gonna do... I'm gonna have to move whatever units are gonna be with him are gonna need to move onto this tile. So they're gonna actually have to move into the city because he can't escape it. So I know that I want, like... First I want to make sure that other guys will be pulled in as they're supposed to. They should. Let's like move you down here, and if I attack, it will pull him in. Okay, good. So then what I want to do is get any units that can potentially evolve with Dalton, which is going to be you. It's going to include you and you. Okay, he's got a couple defenders in there. Then we'll give him an archer. I guess I kind of want to give him a Zephyr archer. Better unit. And then 1 liege guard to help guard him. We'll restock this guy's army with other units. And then this guy can have one of these regular archers. He can have one of those liege guards. Can have one of those liege guards. I guess we'll put the battle mage with him, or the healer guy. And I guess one more. She's gonna get another archer. We'll put. Okay, fastest way is for you to go there. You come down here. And then I got 2 more units that I can throw in. Either a wounded liege guard, which I could put with the bannerman and drop one of the tier 1 archers. I think I'll do that. We'll drop one of the tier 1 archers and add this liege guard here, and then I think we're ready. So if I ride out like that, it's a risky battle. And I don't have Hephaestus to back me up on it, but this is one that I kind of have to win. It's mostly these guys are the bigger threats. I wish I was just one more turn towards geomantic crystallization, but maybe there's I don't really have any other spells I can cast. I've just got to go with it like this. Okay. This is going to be probably the battle of the episode. We are going to turn on allow spells, and we'll see how the auto handles this. That is pretty ugly. I need to do better. I probably will not make it through this without losing some people, though. Those giant deer things are dangerous. At the very least, a lot of these units are from this guy's house. Although he's only got 1 level of renown, so they're only going to get a little bit of extra health, but a lot of those were from the mage's house, so at least they're getting some health bonus. How do I want to do this? Unfortunately, these guys are in the middle, because that's the group I attacked. Do I want to try to take them out quickly? Targeted damage unit has a chance of becoming dominated until the end of combat. Has to be on a damaged unit. Chance increases with targets missing health. Okay, so they have a dominate. They have a line damage attack and a pretty powerful melee. It's not as strong as I actually thought it would be. I'm kind of thinking that I might want to focus down the deer quickly, because if they manage to dominate somebody, I'm gonna need to break that. Because I think dominated can be broken by killing the unit that did the dominate. Yeah, I think I can break it based on the description. So what I probably want to do then is I want to move as many of these guys kind of to here as I can, and guard them. So actually, I want you out front. You go here. I'm going to heal him up first thing. That puts them in defense mode. I don't think they can dominate heroes. Wait, actually, I think they can. I'm going to move the mage in the... kind of actually in the front there, so his fire evocation can reach a little further. And I'm going to kind of just set up a line. I'm going to play cautiously, moving as many of my units to the center as I can, and trying to line up angles that I can hit those deer at. I don't want to make the line too thick, but it's kind of impossible not to in some ways, because they could run to like a side angle and hit a bunch of people. I sort of think maybe putting you there is okay. That domination is probably going to be a problem. Okay, we'll go ahead and at least get the Liege Guard locks or set up on the heroes. Yeah, you guard him. And then you go this way. Guard him. That looks good enough to me. I'm on edge about this battle. Oh, they all get frenzy too. This is not how I expected this episode to go. With this army fighting to defend my capital from this invasion of all things. Okay, so far they're just hitting me with range, which is okay. I've got some good AoEs that this guy can launch. I think I'm gonna try to soften a lot of these guys up. I think that's a pretty good spot right in there. I can't really do anything about those deer trying to dominate stuff, so I'm just gonna use as many of my units as I can to dish out damage right now. I can use Abducting Cyclone to kind of keep them off of me, but it's not going to target them probably. It's difficult to get Abducting Cyclone to target specific units that you want. Instead, I think I'm probably more likely to use Immolate on this group to get another nice big hit in there, and I just want to soften up this side so that I can, again, rotate the line and have them come at me in more of a line than a wall, if I can manage it. These guys are tanky over here. That guy can come close distance and hurt the mage, which he would actually just hurt my Liege Guard if he did that. The spider could go up and try to freeze something. Maybe buy me some time. Especially if I can freeze that swamp troll. Actually, getting on that swamp troll is not bad, because it forces them to deal with the spider, and the swamp troll can't do its big attack until the spider is dead now. What I'm wondering, I want to use Immolate here, but I also kind of want to charge with these guys, and I'm not sure if that charge is a safe thing to do until they're sufficiently softened up. I think I'm going to Immolate this group, or not Immolate, I'm going to set this group on fire over here, because that group up there is already on fire. So I'll hit these three guys with this spell, but I might move him up first. Nah, he's a charge attack hero. I should leave him in the back and then move him up on the next turn. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and set them on fire, just so they start losing health. And I might use Immolate on that group there to further hurt their health. And I'm basically just trying to reduce inflict casualties on this side. Now, these defenders should be tanky enough that they can run up there and kind of set up a wall, essentially. To prevent enemies from getting to me. And if the Liege Guards die, that is kind of okay. I can replace them easier than I can replace some of my other units. So I think I'm just going to kind of risk them more. I want to continue to Immolate. Yeah, I think I'm just going to Immolate on this group. But another decent grouping there that I could hit and inflict burning on, but if I do, That mage is locked in place. I think it's worth it, though. Lots of fire damage early, stacks over time. I'm thinking I just need to whittle them down. And of course, if I lose a pyromancer, that's nothing. I can get it back.
Hey.
I want to stay away from the deer because they have a repeating attack, so I don't want to charge in at them. I kind of do want to charge in with that knight, but he would get wrecked if I do. I think it would be better not to. And there's a berserker there. He's going to be an issue. Alright. I'm going to move him here. And I'm going to try to kind of guard a grouping of units more towards the center with... Oh, that guy's slowed. He actually can't reach me if I stay here. Okay, that's a good news, I guess. I will put this liege guard here. Actually, I might put the defender there. Instead, I'll switch that liege guard around to the front. Leave the knight there. Use the archer to just do AoE damage, I guess, for now. And try to lure them into charging me more recklessly. That's more burning. If I can use it to my advantage to just weaken them over time, I will. This is going to be a longer battle that requires more patience, I think. It's kind of I'm going to reshuffle these guys to be in a bit more of a defensive formation, I think. This hero might end up taking quite a bit of damage out here on this side. I'm going to kind of bundle them together like that, I think. And maybe slightly shift this guy up here. They should full charge now, I think. That was enough damage that I think they'll full charge. Now they might, this might be where the dominates come in. Okay, good. Some are getting distracted on that spider, that's what I wanted. Oh, I forgot that thing had an AoE. It's not a very bad one, though. I don't think the Horn Gods are that good of a tier 4 unit, or a tier 5 unit. Are they a tier 5? I think they're a tier 4. Okay, he dominated the spider, but since I summoned it, it's just a combat summon, and he resisted the domination, so we're doing good there. Okay, shield guy's holding up well, and it looks like we're switching to my turn. They just took a ton of burning damage, and the spider is now on their side, but I think it disappeared as soon as they dominated it. Did it? Combat summon? Do they automatically disappear if they get dominated? I was actually going to see if there was a way I could release combat summon, but doesn't seem to be an option. But I don't see the spider on the field anymore. So it either died or they dominated. Oh, they got a missling in there, those things. I hate those things. Well, this side's looking better, actually, now. The mage can light up that swamp troll. That might be worth doing. Let's start from this side and work our way up, I think. Where'd that berserker end up? Is that him there? Okay, he's just kind of burning and not really do anything. He went after the spider, I think. So I'm going to ignore him for now. You've already used your big Zephyr shot, but you have not. So we can do a decent AoE damage in there. Particularly probably targeting the archer, I would say. What type of archer is that? A Fury? Yeah, I don't really want that thing lighting up my backline, so we'll do that. I'm going to need to shift some more troops to the left side, I think, because that hero's about to get hit pretty hard. And I am going to try to taunt something in there. Ideally, Oh, I got it. Oh, that's nice. Okay, it should rush after her, and she's a polearm. I think that unit is large enough that she should get a damage bonus versus it. So that's pretty helpful. I can start trying to soften things up with burning. That thing already is burning. Let's try to get this thing on fire. Okay, we got 1 stack. That's better than nothing, I suppose. This guy is getting beat the heck up. He probably could use some healing if I can get it to him. Can he make it down there? He cannot. He'll have to last 1 more turn. Although I don't want to waste a single turn where that guy could be healing somebody, that Bannerman. If I move units in the right way, I think I can get the Bannerman over to him. This guy also needs healing, though. Although he's decaying, so I can't heal him. Best thing I can do with him is get him out of the fight. Then I can... Well, I didn't really want to move the mage here, but this guy's stuck in place. I really wanted to soften this guy up. Well, he's already used his big shot ability. I guess he's got a repeating attack, though, that I would rather him not get off. I could fly him anywhere and heal, like, this guy easily enough if I needed to. I think maybe I'm too worried about healing that guy, though.
Hey.
I really want to take down that ogre. He does a lot of damage. Or that troll. Okay, I managed to sunder his defense and I think inflict 1 stack of burning. I'm gonna do everything I can to take him out. He's a little too dangerous to be kept alive. He does a lot of damage. The knights could charge. They would be doing kind of a risky charge if they did, but it might be worth it. Now might be the right time, because these guys kind of have all that group on the side a bit tied down. I've also got this guy that can charge. Either of them could kill it with a... I could do another immolate, and then that would probably be enough for either of them to kill it. Or I could pull it closer to me and maybe get it with somebody else. I think I kind of like immolate here. On either that group or this group on the side. I think softening them up would be good. I just need to make sure I can kill the... I just need to make sure I can kill that ogre. Or swamp troll, whatever. If this archer steps forward, he could do it. He is kind of risking getting hit by the... well, I can use him to guard. Okay, I'm going to do this. Soften you up just enough, and then I can move this guy here and sort of guard to prevent the berserker from going after the archer. And then I can get a kill on that with either the knight or my hero. Either one can kill it. I think we use the knight here. Okay. And then that gives me the freedom to use a pretty big immolate on this side, which I think is worth it. Because that just makes these guys less and less of a threat to my liege guards. Now, does this guy have killing momentum? I don't remember if he got that yet. I don't think he does. No, not yet. Oh wait, I keep forgetting he's a spellblade. He doesn't get killing momentum. I just put that on charge units so often that I'm used to all the charge units having it. I could go up there and get a kill, or I could go up there and kind of interrupt this guy and prevent him from also using powerful moves like that. I think that's the right play. This does leave this guy a little vulnerable. I probably would have used hold the line had I thought about this a little more carefully. I guess I can get that shield up there to help defend them, though. I think I want to do this. He's linked to this guy, so it's unlikely they'll kill that hero on this turn, and I can give him extra defense with that guy. And since that guy's already giving extra defense, I'm going to use him to soften up probably this one. I could also move this guy here and kind of defend the Aspirant Knight. I don't know if that's, or not the Aspirant Knight, that's a full knight at this point. Don't know if that's necessary, but I think starting to shuffle some of my units forward probably isn't a bad idea. I really would like this guy to actually be healing someone on this turn though, but there isn't really anyone he can reach who needs it that badly. I guess I could give some to the knight. He's at 74 out of 90. That heals for 25. It's a little bit wasted on the knight, but it might be better than nothing. Because I'm not going to really shoot anything with him. I want him to go into defense mode probably. We'll just top off the knight's health. It's fine. You defend. That guy's going to go after her, so definitely want you on defense. Because she's going to get hit pretty hard on this turn. Definitely want you on defense. And probably need him on defense just to guard the archer there. So I think he's where he needs to be. This guy I kind of just want to get away from the front line. He can hide in those bushes there along with his other buddy who's equally suffering from just as many problems. Who is still left? You. Okay. Okay, that one should go down pretty quickly. I think my knight's probably dead regardless here because that, oh, ouch, that hurt. Oh, the hero's liege guard is. Oh no, I might lose him. Hang in there, buddy. If I can get one more liege guard on him, he might survive. The guy who was guarding him went down. Okay. I do have another liege guard here, so we can save him. I can get him back. I mean, like, you know, it's whatever, but I don't want to spend the mana to do it, basically. I'm going to start over here on this side, though. I want to take that thing down. And I think I can here. Yeah, you need to go down. It looked like she was attacking that thing, and I was about to... I was getting very concerned there for a moment. I can set more burning on stuff. Maybe that group over there would be a good target for it. Just barely can't get the big deer thing in it. You can go finish him off, so you may as well. Okay, that guy is almost dead. I might need to unlock him from the person he's guarding. He might die anyway, just from poison. He's got 1 turn of poison, 4 blight damage. He might actually survive. I just need to cancel that bond. We're gonna try to make him not die. Okay. Now, as for this mess in the middle, my mage has got another pretty good AoE ready to go. That looks like a pretty nice spot to drop it. Yeah, I don't think I can pass up that spot. I believe that guy just triggered Steadfast, so that Berserker cannot be killed now. I probably want to keep somebody on this guy so he can't use his range attack, because it does a lot of damage. So I'm going to move this guy out here. Unless my knight can somehow reach him over there. The knight might actually be able to, if I kill this unit. I think he can. So I'll move the archer forward a little bit. We can hit him, and then the knight can actually run out there. There we go. That should take him pretty much out of the fight. I can kill this shield, but I need to be careful what I do here, because I have to get another Sworn Bond active. That diseased buff is also becoming a bit of a problem. I think I'm good. I think if I move this guy up here and kill him with that guy, I can then Sworn Bond with that guy. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay. I'll back him off a little bit. Link, and then he defends. So the hero's safe for the moment. But I need to get him away from that deer thing. I've got quick phase, so that's probably what I need to do here. And I could use it to kill quite a few different things, actually. He's got options. Or he could just quick phase out and heal himself, which doesn't really help with anything very much. I could quick phase him over here and kill that guy, but then that leaves his back open. I don't think I want to do that. Although I could quick phase him anywhere and then charge attack something. So I've got options. I think down here I'm just going to get these snakes out of the way, use the archer for that. And then I probably need to close some distance here with the shields and start getting them, maybe think about trying to get people in that Horned God's face. Mistlings are always a nuisance, but I'm not even going to bother trying to hit them right now. I think I'll just put him here on defense. It puts pressure on that archer and gets me closer to the front line there. And yeah, quick phase is kind of the only option for this guy. He needs to go. So I can quick phase him here, and then I can like run him around and kill the Entwined Protector thing. Because quick phase does leave movement, so. And that does do some morale damage. Then I'm gonna move this person here, and we're gonna guard, or do Warding Banner there. I still have my spell as well, I haven't used it yet. Oh wait, did my other Liege Guard die? Was there... Oh, no, he's still back there. He's okay. I might want to disconnect this one from the mage. Actually, nobody's really threatening the mage. He's fine. So I'll just keep you kind of in the back, hiding in the trees. And then I think I could probably take something else out with another Immolate here. Just continue to ruin their numbers. And maybe soften up that stupid deer thing. I think it makes most sense to hit that group, because then I get the skirmisher in the back. The berserker can't die on this turn anyway, so I'll do that. Now they're starting to have morale issues, which is good. Still have units that can act. Okay, that's you. They might be able to kill something here. I'm not sure what, but I wouldn't be surprised if something else drops. But I think at most I should only lose like one more unit. Okay, he did. That guy left himself open to a charge attack. Okay, I lost a bannerman. And maybe somebody else? I thought I heard somebody else scream and die, but I'm not sure who it was. Let's see how I'm doing in the overall combat. So I've lost okay, a Zephyr Archer is what went down. A Zephyr Archer, a Liege Guard, and a Bannerman. That is all technically replaceable. I would really like to not lose anything else if I can get away with it, but this is already going much better than the auto combat did, so I can't complain too much. I need that mage to be able to hit something, and I think that skirmisher is getting in the way of me lighting up that horned god. I also am pretty sure that I could... How am I going to do this? Okay, the archers could just straight up kill the berserker, or I could do it with really any melee unit. Probably this guy. I think I'd rather do that, and then let the archers hit somebody else, because I think they can do a little more damage. I need to kill this thing. If the archer... But that thing's really hard to hit, because it's the stupid mislings. What I might do is pull the misling out of the way with Cyclone, because I could do that and move him here, which putting him in front of the defender probably isn't the best thing, because the defender, it could probably kill the defender. I don't know where else to put him though. Maybe over here by my hero, because she can't really hit anything, and maybe I'll stun him if I do this. I might want to move that defender first. Okay, I think abducting Cyclone to this spot is good. I unfortunately did not kill him, but let's see if I can at least set him on fire. No, they're just very hard to hit. What I can do is taunt him, or I could just take the chance and try to hit him. I think I'm just going to take the chance and try to hit him. Okay, he's retreating now, and this thing is wide open to my mage now. So we can take him out. That's going to do a fairly substantial amount of morale damage to these guys. In fact, almost everyone's going to be routing except for the deer. Can I kill this guy? The archers aren't quite enough. I guess these guys can. Yeah, I'll use them to do it. Okay, there we go. Then I can use the archers to start softening this thing up. He can actually fly behind that and get a probably fairly juicy flank. Or he could just do this. Give it another stack of burning. That sets them on fire. I don't really want it getting multiple hits off on my knight. But that guy's routing anyway, so it doesn't matter. If he goes down here, he might kill that guy. I don't think... It doesn't say he will, but... No, he won't kill him. He'll just do a lot of damage. If I move my knight in closer, he might kill the knight, and I don't want to risk losing a tier 4 knight on something like that. About the defender there, you're not really in too much danger. See if you can... There you go, finish that thing off. Don't have to deal with it anymore. Okay, we'll move the archers up. Try to maybe land a little bit more damage on him. He can't reach the mage, can he? Nope, the mage is still fine. Actually, you just get too aggressive here. I think patience is the best option here. Oh, he could go after him, which if he does, it's gonna hurt that guy, but that guy should be okay for another turn at least, I think.
Hey.
Yeah, I want so badly to go after that, but I know better. I'm just gonna wait. Actually, I'm gonna send this guy out and try to get on a flank path that goes to that archer. This thing might go out after the knight, possibly, but maybe okay. I might stand this guy here. He's gonna do a lot of damage to him. No, I don't want to do that. I'll just stand him here so he guards that guy. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm at the end of my turn here, basically. You can just stay hiding in the woods. Okay. Okay, he did go after that guy. Alright, I will not be able to stop that archer from retreating, but I just realized that doesn't matter, because these guys are independent units, so that's fine. I'm just gonna finish this thing off.
Huh?
Enemy is fleeing the field, yes, that's fine. We'll let him go, in case I've got any damage over time active. That's better. I mean, still not great to lose a bunch of units like that, but Okay, well, we're gonna close that. This is the next step of this, where I think I have to go into that portal, and I have 3 turns until it disappears. And I want this to be done and out of the game. I don't know how the game determines which city is selected for this. Maybe Obsidian Forge is like off the list now, or less likely, but it could go after one of my other cities. There's a much better chance it goes after the enemies, but the fact of how disruptive this can be, I would just rather get it out of the game. And there's a nice reward for finishing it. Okay, well, let us make haste. The nice thing is that I don't need full armies to do this. Okay, good. He did get acknowledged the level ups for the guys that were in his army, because one of those guys promoted into a liege guard. One of the defenders did. So basically, these guys need to chill here for a minute. I could make more units for them, but they're kind of like already plenty of units for Hephaestus in his house. I would prefer the units to come from somewhere else, but I'm not sure that I really have that luxury. I think, actually, no, it's better for me to just make more of the mage's units, because he's back now. Because I don't need 18 units to go into that fissure. I can only take 6 in there, so it's going to be the 3 heroes and then whoever else I can manage to bring along. Oh, wait, you need to be the governor again. Congratulations, you got your job back. He might have not been providing the health bonus to his troops because I didn't put him I didn't establish him as the governor. Anyway, let's go and build you some. I know I just lost a liege guard and a Zephyr Archer, so we'll probably replace both of those. Maybe the Zephyr Archer first. I have a lot of liege guards. Okay. And then everybody else just needs to chill for a little bit and heal until I can get back in there. But it looks like I've got time. I've got enough time. Okay, so let's back you up onto this tile with the other defender and the knight, so we don't forget that you are with them. Because I still want his level up rewards for that. You can go here. Your army got really beat up. Let's add you a pike.
Huh?
And then guys can go here. Alright. Oh, there's a little problem down here that I might want to go deal with quickly. Yeah, we could go out and deal with that. I've got 3 turns, plenty of time to heal up. And the most important thing is that I don't have to worry about High Pledge, at least not at the moment. I might want to do Rally of Lieges to send them some stuff, maybe. I've got a little extra gold right now, so I can actually kind of afford it. What would be useful to them? Okay. Thinking. What kind of units do they have? They've got the gross tentacle stuff. I'm thinking we send them a fire giant, maybe. Trying to think of what Logar has and what counters it. Scalds could be good because they can make stuff go insane. So I can maybe send them a Scald. Yeah, we'll reinforce with a Scald. We'll give them a Fire Giant for a heavy hitter charge unit, which is something they don't have a whole lot of. Probably not the Young Dragons. They die too easy. A Summoner support unit might be good, and maybe a Liege Guard to link to their hero, if they have one. They just need to take care of themselves for a little while. I'm kind of thinking I might want to be selfish with that Liege Guard and give it to me instead. I kind of wanted to make one for the army that of the lady hero that I have with the spear. It would be kind of useful to have one for her. Nebular Sanctum can't really make them very easily because that city kind of sucks right now. So I'm thinking I might give the Liege Guard to me. Heck with it. We can build our own troops. I'm going to reinforce the Vassal with all these guys just to make them harder to deal with for Logar. Because I kind of don't want to have to run back up there anytime soon. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I know it's a lot of money, and my money's tight, but keeping High Pledge and not having to run back up there and defend it myself is worth 525 gold in my opinion, so we're going to guard High Pledge. There. I could also throw a Bannerman their way. He wouldn't be as big of a benefit, though. Well, actually, I think their AOE thing that they give, I think that affects units. The extra defense and resistance you get from just standing next to a Bannerman, I think that applies to units of any culture. I don't think it has to be other feudal units. Can maybe check. Soothing Standard. No, it's not that. I think it's War Banner. Yeah, it's just friendly units. So I might send them a Bannerman as well. Yeah, so they'll get 5 more units on the next turn. That should help them cause problems for Logar, hopefully. And then we've got Hephaestus, who is going to absolutely smoke that army. This one, unfortunately, may have to wait for the next episode. That last battle took a lot of time, so when we come back in the next one, we'll pick up where we left off here, and Hephaestus is going to go crush these guys, and then these armies will wrap things up with those guys and hopefully wrap things up with this fissure once and for all. So I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. That was a good long one, but I feel like I got a lot done, and I'm just really happy that we not only got High Pledge back, but my mage here got a little shot at redemption. He really did carry a lot of weight in that last battle, so I'm glad to have him back, especially because he's now able to give benefits to all the troops in his house, so that's really good. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that episode, and I will see you all next week. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Dawson Horner, Devin Larson, Jimbro, Roderick, and Sarah Feingold. Thanks so much, everybody.